we have decided to offer to our fans the possibility not only to Moparize their rides, but also to Moparize their garages. So we have just launched a new line of cabinetry, toolboxes, high-top tables, and memorabilia, neon signs, heritage signs. So this is a way, I mean, to give the possibility to move from Moparizing, customizing your car to Moparize and customize also your garage, and we think that it will be appreciated from our fans. Obviously, the main guests of the garage are the cars. We will talk later about the Viper. That is the Mopar'13. Couple of information about the car and the story of the Mopar branded cars. So this program of launching every year Moparized Mopar badged car coming out from the plant started in 2010 with the Mopar'10 Challenger, Mopar'11 Charger, Mopar'12 Chrysler 300, and now the Dart, that is our freshest product, and obviously is the perfect canvas for customization. This is part of a program that we have to launch always accessories and performance part at the very beginning of the launch of a car. The Dart came out from the gate with 150 accessories, making the Dart the most accessorizable car in its segment. And then as a result of this variety of accessories that we have available, we have decided to use the Dart as the canvas for the Mopar'13 version of our vehicles. And to talk about the content of the car, I would like to hand over to Skip Olsen, that is the head of accessories and performance part portfolio.
Morning. As you take a look at the Mopar'13 Dodge Dart, if you know anything about our vehicles from 10, 11, and 12, you'll see a common theme. We're going with, again, the black, high-gloss black paint, Mopar stripe covering the entire vehicle, 18-inch wheels. The powertrain of this vehicle, 1.4-liter turbo, 6-speed manual. Great performance under the hood, under the vehicle. We've got some performance springs and suspension on the vehicle, great handling. If you come to the inside of the vehicle, I'd invite you all afterwards to come take a look at the interior. Completely custom interior, cat skin leather seats, carrying again kind of the theme, the Mopar striping onto the interior of the vehicle to take it to the next level from a creature comfort standpoint, but giving that full Mopar feel to an interior. If you look at the front of the vehicle, we've added a lower chin spoiler, and then on the back again, when you have the opportunity to come around the vehicle and take a look, a rear diffuser, made it up with the performance exhaust system, as well as a rear spoiler. So, again, following the tradition of our previous 3 vehicles, we've not only taken the Mopar performance story, we've also added a touch of luxury on the interior to really provide this vehicle an additional feel for the customer. It's a unique customer for us from a Mopar standpoint, very loyal customer base. They look to us for taking what is already a great vehicle, as Pietro said, a great canvas, adding a little bit of our own touch to it, adding a little bit of performance, adding a little bit of luxury. So from a vehicle standpoint, Pietro mentioned this is one of the newest products in our lineup. It was the perfect opportunity for us to take a great vehicle to begin with, add a little bit of Mopar performance, touch and flair, and take it to the next level for our customer base. With that, I believe I'm turning it over to Matt Davis, head of Fiat product marketing over at the 500L behind you.
As well, we actually increased our sales 120% in the U.S. market and sold almost 44,000 vehicles and over 50,000 for North America. As we launched the Abarth brand in the U.S. in 2012, and in 2013, the next vehicle will be here in the United States sometime in the middle of the second quarter. This is the 500L, and this really allows us to expand our customer lineup, to pull on those people that currently own our vehicles, that love the Fiat brand, the style, the driving characteristics, but now with the 500L, for those people that want just a little bit more functionality, this is the ticket. The 500L is 2 feet longer, 6 inches taller, and 6 inches wider. That gives you 120 cubic feet of interior space. That is the equivalent of a large car, according to the EPA. So that means on a B-segment car, you're going to have a ton of interior space to pack your surfboard, your snowboard, or if you have another hobby that takes up a lot of space, you can throw in the back. So it allows our customers really to evolve throughout the brand, as well as pull in some new customers that we previously couldn't have because of the functionality of the 500. So I'm going to take you through a couple of the characteristics. The vehicle has the best-in-class standard horsepower and torque in its class at 160 horsepower and 184 foot-pounds of torque. It comes standard, and the only engine on this vehicle is the 1.4 multi-air turbo, and it's made into a 6-speed transmission, manual transmission, as well as it will be available in a DTCT. If you come back to the side, we'll have time for you to get into it, but there is a lot of interior space. Matter of fact, it has the best-in-class shoulder and headroom of its segment, and when you actually sit in there, it just feels very spacious. If I close the door, what you'll see, first of all, from the side profile, is with almost a 360-degree wraparound glass view. This really gives a floating roof type perception to the vehicle. All the vehicles come standard with a body colored roof, but it will be available in both a white and a black top. From the inside of the car, with all that space and the segment largest sunroof that covers both the first and second row, you have a very loft-like appearance. So you get in this car, even though you look at the dimensions, it feels very open and spacious when you're driving this vehicle. And then we'll have four different trims actually on this vehicle. You'll have a pop, which will be the entry level. We'll have an easy, which is the mid-level, and we'll have a lounge, which is the high level. This is the lounge. It comes standard with leather. And then we also are going to add a more athletic stance vehicle for those customers that want just a little bit more sporty personality, and that will be the 500L Cherokee. It will come with a unique interior. It will come with a unique dash. It will have unique body color, unique fascias on the front and the rear, as well as 17-inch wheels standard. So check out both vehicles and give us your thoughts on them. And at this point, I'm going to pass it over to Brad Pinter, the head of Jeep Grand Cherokee, to take you through the Grand Cherokee Diesel.
Thanks, Matt. We had a significant year in 2012. As you might know, we hit an all-time sales record of over 700,000 units globally. That's 13% over prior year. Now, what's interesting, we did that with very little product action. Okay? We did it mainly with limited edition models. For example, the Trailhawk that's behind the Summit, that's the type of vehicle, the New Altitude also. So as we roll through 2013, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee becomes even better. The most rewarded Grand Cherokee becomes the outstanding display that you see here. Now let's take a look at it. What the Jeep team has done is a significant design on the Jeep Shield. It's narrowed the front end grille, also providing HID, LED signature daytime running lights. But what's significant also is the fact that they broaden the chin. Each price class has a unique, distinct view. So whether it's the Limited, the Laredo, the Overland, or the Summit, the new front end is very unique, let alone the back end with the new LED tail lamps. Whether you're coming or going, the customer will understand he's got a brand new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, as you take a look on the inside, that's where we've really improved it with the new materials. Whether it's the Vesuvio interior that's unique to the Overland, the brown and the blue, or the canyon brown with copper accents on the interior of this vehicle, these two vehicles are very distinct interiors that are very appreciative by the owners. But the new PowerNet infotainment system will allow the customer to touch screen, the 8-inch screen with either the radio controls or the climate controls. It's very significant to the user-friendly environment that Jeep provides. Also, the 7-inch cluster display provides over 100 personalized settings. So again, the customer is more comfortable with the vehicle. We call it their third place. So anytime we can improve the living conditions of the third place to make it more comfortable, safer, It goes beyond expectations. What's interesting about this vehicle is, of course, the new 8-speed transmission. We're very pleased to bring it across all powertrains, the V6 and the V8 powertrain, providing improved fuel efficiency. But again, the big story is bringing back the diesel. The 3-liter Eco diesel V6 engine provides one, best-in-class fuel economy with 30 miles per gallon, best-in-class driving range of 730 miles on one tank of gas. Picture yourself going from Chicago to Atlanta or Detroit to New York and still having enough gas to tour beautiful cities. You can do that on one tank of gas. And best-in-class towing with 7,400 pounds of maximum towing capability. That's because the new 3-liter Eco diesel provides a massive 420 pounds-feet of torque. That's incredible. But don't forget, this is also the cleanest diesel amongst its competitive set. Okay? So the 3-liter Eco diesel, strong, efficient, quiet, and clean. It's just an amazing vehicle. But don't forget, we also provide 60 safety security features, such as the new 911 call-out button or the roadside assistance. So we're very pleased to provide additional safety features for the new 2014. But of course, the 2014 wouldn't be complete unless it held its Jeep acclaim, and that is best-in-class capability. The Jeep Grand Cherokee provides the class exclusive quad-lift air suspension, 11 inches of ground clearance at maximum. Class leading Jeep Select Train with 5 different modes to provide any security through any road conditions. And then, of course, 3 choices of 4-wheel drive systems to choose from. With, of course, the pinnacle is the Quad Drive 2 with the rear LSD, provides superior traction control in any weather conditions. Now, of course, we wouldn't want to forget the little brother, the 2014 Compass. You know, 2 years ago, we refreshed the Compass and allowed it to get a new interior and exterior, but we didn't stop there. We also, this year, 2014, are providing a refreshing of the exterior. The headlights are new, the rear tail lights are new, and interior refreshing too. So when you take a look at it, and I encourage you to do so, you'll notice the new saddle tan interior on the limited edition. We're very pleased to bring that in. But of course, the big discussion point with the 2014 Compass is the new 60 manual power tech that we're bringing into both Compass and Patriot. So the driver now has 30 miles per gallon, but also an improved fuel efficiency and improved driving condition. Now, what we're very pleased to present also with the Grand Cherokee is the fact that you can also provide maximum towing capability, but also ground clearance and interior comfort. So think about it. You now have a vehicle that has best-in-class fuel economy, best-in-class capability, best-in-class luxury, okay? And all at an affordable price. I encourage you to take a look at the 3 models that we have here, the Limited, the Overland, and the Summit, but also the Jeep Track Display. We have both Grand Cherokee, Patriot, and of course the Wrangler for your ride enjoyment. So thank you very much. I'd like to turn it over to Scott Kruger, SRT team. Thanks.
Morning, everybody. Make the vehicle a lot more voluptuous, a lot more beautiful with the Viper. You can see some of the line work, very clean, very flowing, softer forms. Starting with the front end, everything on this vehicle is extremely functional. If you look at the front grille, the side curtains on the corners, those actually reduce drag. We also have an integrated front splitter this time on this vehicle. Even down to the hood, we have the front intake that is very functional as well. As far as the hood extractors, this is the SRT hood on this vehicle. As you can see, it's a little more aggressive than the GTS model that you see over in the display over there in red. Look at the body side on this vehicle. It's a lot more sexy. It's a lot more curvature to it. We integrated the side brake ducts into the DLO graphic to give it a little bit of a longer read, kind of reproportion the vehicle. We really wanted your eye to be traced around on this. kind of an unstopped view of the vehicle. If you look, also we integrated the side exhaust, integrated with a nickel-plated aluminum bezel on the side. And if you walk around to the rear of the vehicle, it's very much a beautiful statement as well, very clean. LED tail lamps, as well as the headlamps. We have integrated technology of LEDs down to the rear exhausters on the back of the vehicle. So once again, we wanted to make this vehicle very beautiful, but we wanted to make it extremely functional. And this is shown with the Mopar customized parts on it as well. We have the carbon front diffuser pieces. We have the rear carbon spoiler on the back. And these have the Hyper Black lightweight wheel from the track package. And yeah, overall the vehicle is very beautiful, very aggressive. But the story doesn't end there. To talk a little bit about the interior, I want to hand it over to Ryan Nagodi.
Thanks, Scott. Welcome everyone. My name is Ryan Nagodi, Chief Designer for our Dodge, Ram, and our SRT products. I know everyone can't get inside the car, but after I'm done, I'm going to encourage everyone to come on up. As Scott was talking about the exterior, I think you see from an exterior standpoint, it's kind of a revolutionary design, much more of an revolutionary design, to that, and really attack it. So kind of a few key points, sort of ergonomics was huge. Really wanted to get in there and change the ergonomics of the car. A lot of that was done with the seats. So the seats allowed you to sit lower in the vehicle, also recline a little bit more, and also move backwards as well. So obviously the taller people, also people with helmets, that type of stuff could fit nicely in terms of the Viper. Some other areas we attacked, we did some kind of leveling with some of the console work in terms of ergonomics. And then a lot of that also goes into materials. So that's the next kind of feature point. We've wrapped almost every surface on the interior of the Viper, and that is all the way from the SRT all the way up to the GTS and the GTS premium models. So a lot of premium grade leathers. You see all the stitching throughout there, and obviously that then allows us to do a lot of accenting. We have definitely a different amount of interior colors throughout the lineup. And then besides all the materials, besides ergonomics, one of the biggest things then is technology. So we really improved the technology. We have our new 7-inch TFT display in the cluster, and that's standard across the board, across all models. And then we have our 8.4-inch Uconnect display in the center as well, standard across all the models. And that brings in the next generation of the whole Uconnect system in terms of technology, connecting to the cloud that you start to see in most of our products out there. So we've really pumped a lot into this vehicle. As Scott mentioned, this was sort of a customized version. We have the GTS model over in the SRT area, but I encourage everyone to come on up, and obviously we're here to answer any questions. Thank you.
Drives. But what you're looking at is actually one of the fastest cars in the world at under $100,000. You know, one part we didn't do very well describing the Viper is the fact that it comes in many flavors. The whole idea of the new Viper is the ability for the owner to make it his dream car, basically a concept car for the road. We're offering it in 8 colors, 7 different wheel finishes, multiple stripe options, 2 different hoods, 3 different interiors. I mean, it's really one of those cars that you can have a field day with. But there's only one engine. It's always a 640 horsepower, all aluminum, 600 pounds of torque, simple, beautifully elegant, low center of gravity V10. That's what the Viper's all about. And this car starts at under $100,000 and takes on vehicles costing 4 times its price, sometimes even 5 times its price. So some of the cars out there being tested are GTSs, and it's possible to get a Viper up to the 160 range if you want to, if you check every single option. But I love that about it, because our owners are all over the place. We have owners that are self-made people that just want a cool sports car, others that price is no object. So now the Viper is able to have that way. And what you're seeing now is basically the ultimate track rat. It has an aero kit that was designed alongside the car. We actually worked with Mopar from the beginning. In the old days, Mopar would get the car after the fact, and it'd be very difficult to do some of these modifications. Now, while the thing is still on the plates and still in the clay model stage, we come along, and Mark Trussell is here somewhere. I don't know where he is. Wave your hand, Mark. He actually came up with the idea to have a dedicated Mopar/SRT studio. So basically he has his own staff, which Mopar bankrolled some head count for him. So all they do all day long is dream up ways to integrate the parts. So Mopar parts are designed specifically, not only just for Viper, for the Dart, the Grand Cherokee, all of our cars are now designed in-house. So all that stuff fits perfectly, looks good, and is seamless and flows into the rest of the car. So I can't wait. I know a lot of you are journalists, some of you are in the media. You will eventually get some time in this car, and this year we're going to have a lot more media cars available. And once you've tasted it and felt it, you'll never forget that Venom feeling coursing through your veins. The Viper is like no other car on the planet. It makes you feel alive, it puts a grin on your face, and squishes your insides back to your spine. So that's what it's all about. Thank you.